Wow. Can you believe it's actually been this long of a time? Oh, it really feels like it's been forever. It has seriously been so long since the last time I hit that go live button. But for everyone joining us in today, my name is Nicholas Wraith. I'm your friendly virtual phantom assistant, currently on your gaming PC right now, providing 100% goober energy, and I bring all of the scuff with me as well. So once again, welcome in. Seriously, it feels so great to be back. Even though it's only just for one day, we are going to make this last as long as we can. So welcome in, spirits, welcome. We have so many wonderful people inside here. I have my Pookie. He showed up over here. He got the firsties. And we also have your Saber inside here. We have Angel, SM Loveless, Rainbow Rose, and so many other wonderful people. Thank you so very much for coming in today. I greatly appreciate that. Oh my goodness. So, where do I even begin? Where in the world do I even begin? Well, as wise men once say, start from the beginning. So, the way of how this all came about was after knowing Rose, Volks, and Darky for some time now, we decided that it would be really cool to go and have a trip all the way out to Germany. And I said, you know what? Let's go ahead and make this happen. So we planned this months ago in advance. I saved up some money, got the trucking job in order, and I was able to get my plane ticket, and my passport was still good. So with everything all in order, I said, all right, we're getting close. We're getting ready to go. Hey, what's going on, Skyro? Nick, you sexy man beast. Come here. Nom 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 nom. It's gonna eat you up like a piece of chocolate. How you doing, Skyro? Give you a shout out real fast. How you doing, buddy? How's it going? We just started the conversation about the trip over to Germany, so you came in at the perfect time, my man. I hope work is treating you good today, unless if you're going to be going into work later on tonight. And just to give you all a heads up, I am snoozing these ads one more time. So hopefully we don't have to deal with ads for just another 5 more minutes, hopefully. But everything got all planned out. We were going to start heading over. Well, I was going to start heading over to Germany. I kind of had an idea of what to expect. And the most I knew about Germany was not only from my German friends, but also from what I learned from my German teacher as well. And she was born, you know, way a little bit before the Second World War. I think it was 1938. It probably may have been in between the Second World War. But she told me a lot of things about Germany. She said, Nick, you need to go out and go check this out. You need to go check that out. And also, when you have a chance, you need to go visit Trier, Germany, where I'm born. And I said, okay, I will have that all noted. So I had a very long itinerary, that's for sure. So with everything going on, I was like, all right, I kind of got my itinerary. I made a little group chat with just Rose, Volks, and Darky, and myself, and said, all right, everyone, this is kind of what I want to go and see, and let's go ahead and see if we can try to make it happen. So we had a lot of things planned out, and we said, you know what? This is going to work. This is going to work out fantastically. And so, finally, here's the day. The day where I'm getting ready to take off from the airport. I got all my stuff packed. I made sure that I had everything, had my chargers, my clothes, and I also made sure that I had plenty of room so, you know, I can bring back goodies. And I brought back a lot of goodies too. They were so freaking delicious. Seriously. It was so good. Especially the point whenever I went all the way down to the airport, whenever I was getting ready to leave, going all the way from Frankfurt, Maine, all the way going to the United States of America, that I walked in with a full suitcase of full bottles of liquor, and they never stopped me. Yeah. I I was a little emotional about it. I was like, you're really gonna let me pass through? Oh, that's so kind of you. And all this time, I'm just like, oh yeah, they're gonna flag me. They're gonna take all my stuff. They're gonna pour out all my alcohol. This is not gonna be good. Ah! But thankfully, that never happened. I was still sweating bullets though. But anyway, that's way, way later on in the story. I'm off today, so I get to try to stream later. Heck yeah! Can't wait to catch you streaming later on, man. That's gonna be nice. Also, sorry if I was peeking the mic a little bit. I was a little excited. Try to get everything all set up as best as I could. So if you do hear any background noise, I do sincerely apologize. Everything's all been rearranged since the last time I did stream. So I will try my best to get everything all taken care of inside here. Also, Ali, once again, welcome in, welcome in. I appreciate you being here as well. And how's it going, Eno? Welcome in, welcome in. And Darky. Let's go ahead and let's get a few shout outs going on real fast. Can we get a shout out for Eno, and then Darky, I will shout you out real fast. Because I already got Skyro real fast, so we're all good to go on that one. So getting into the good part, just took off from the States, heading all the way out to Houston, Texas. I have a direct flight going from Houston all the way to Frankfurt, Maine. I go for about 8.5, 9 hours, straight flight. Finally, we touch ground. I took a couple of pictures as I was flying past Rotterdam, and I got a couple of pictures, I think, whenever we were landing. So the experience of that was really interesting because, first off, everyone was speaking in German. I was lost. I had no idea what they were saying, so thank God they had everything inside English as well. If they didn't, I would have been so screwed. No. Yeah, that'd be awesome. If you can, please give a shout out real fast. That would be appreciative. Let's see. So we get all the way down, and everything's all going on good. And my man took the redeems away. Sorry, they're not working right now. I was messing around with them earlier, Queen, and I just couldn't get them to work, so I'm just like, But I am going to snooze the ads again. We got, I think, 2 more snoozes. I'm not too sure. I'm winging it as best as I can. But can we get a couple of shout-outs inside the house? Can we get a shout-out for Echo? How you doing? Welcome in, Echo. Eats popcorn while listening. Thank you very much for coming in. And Wire, what's going on? Welcome in, Wire and EOS. Rawr. Woof. Woo. All that good stuff in between. Or are you just here for the ada-adas? Oh my gosh, thank you very much for the sub. You didn't have to. It's only a hiatus one for right now, so I feel bad. But thank you so much for the sub. Thank you. But how we doing? How are we doing? Wire, welcome in. I hope you're having a fantastic morning so far. Well, I guess afternoon, if I am not mistaken, if my time zones are correct. And also, EOS, I hope you enjoyed your time at the movie theaters later on. If you are currently there right now, shh, please make sure to silence your phone while the movie is being played for consideration of others in the theater. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. But Queen, welcome in as well. And you know what? I know you are officially retired, but always got to give a shout out over to my mods as well too. So we do have 2 mods inside the house tonight. We have Darky and Minerva Mythos inside here. So definitely please be on your best behavior. I am, again, semi-say-so. So if this is your first time here, please make sure that you keep everything nice and clean. Adult jokes are okay, but just don't go overboard with them. And we will give you warnings on that one. And if you go past the warnings, it'll turn into a ban. So trying to get back in the old habit of saying all my stuff all over again. So everyone, please bear with me on that. Don't feel bad. You deserve all the support. Aw. Thank you, Eno. I appreciate that. Thank you. Actually, 3. 3? See, I'm all off. I'm all over the place. I'm trying my best. I'll try my best, but I'm also playing Minecraft right now. I got you. No worries. I remember that you were doing some Minecrafting, so no problem. So, The flight. That's right. That's where I left off from. So here we are flying over the wonderful area that is known as Deutschland. We come in for a landing and everyone's speaking German and English. And I'm like, oh, this is so cool. And the first time I got to experience German produce was probably way after when Darky picked me up. But one of the most interesting things I noticed is that the bottles of water they have over there, no, don't do that, Nick. Don't. I promised myself I wouldn't do that again. I'm actually banned from actually doing a British accent. Pretty sure that Parliament passed something on that one, but that's a different story for later on. But over in Germany, whenever you try to take the cap off from a bottle of water, or anything for that matter, a bottle of anything, there's a little extra piece of plastic that's on there, and it swings off from the side, but it doesn't fall. So it's always constantly on there, so your cap never falls off. It was annoying as shit. I'm not gonna lie, it was annoying as hell. I was trying to get used to it, and I was like, I can't do this. Because for me, I'm used to the cap coming all the way off, so I can sip on my water or Coca-Cola. Not being endorsed by them right now. It would be nice. Coca-Cola, please endorse me. That would be awesome. Please sponsor me. Sponsor me, Coca-Cola products. Please. I love it so much. But it took a while of getting used to. So that was like the first thing out of the gate. The second thing, literally coming out of the gate from the terminal, I was completely turned around and lost. Some of you don't know how big Frankfurt is. The airport over there is massive. It is ginormous. So big that our plane had to land right off from the tarmac. So there's the runway going in one direction, and here's the rest of the tarmac, and the terminals are on the other side. We had to land down the runway and park on the tarmac, and we had to be bussed over to the main freaking airport. Never experienced that one yet before, but it was cool. So got on board, got to hear everything inside German, and then got to hear it in English afterwards, thank God. And you just hear the conversation of people just chatting on, just, all in German. And I'm like, wow, this is, I'm really here. I'm really here kind of thing. Like it is. Also, heads up, I am out of snoozes, so you will be seeing those ads start here in just about 5 minutes. I do apologize. If I could stop them or take them away completely, I would. But sadly, I cannot. But we'll try our best to roll through the punches as best as we can. It should only just be about 60 seconds. Hopefully only 60. So here we are, going on the bus, get down over to the main terminal, right? I got my bag, I'm all set. Gonna go down over to baggage claim, and I'm like, I'm lost as hell. Go inside, start talking to a few people and say, excuse me, I'm trying to find the baggage claim. They point me in all directions, which turn out to be the correct ones, so I'm thankful for that. So if anyone from Frankfurt, Maine watches my stream for some odd reason, I just want to let you know that you do a wonderful job. Your staff is freaking wonderful, and they sent me in the correct direction, so thank you very much for that. Go all the way down to the baggage claim area side, and I'm still trying to get a hold of Darky. My roaming does not work. I'm only on Wi-Fi. He's waiting for me, and I'm like, all right. So, and he already knows what I look like as well too. Clearly, I'm not just going to show up and say, oh, you're not going to see what I look like, my whole identity, blah, blah, blah. Dude, if he doesn't know what I'm look like, I'm going to be fucking stranded there, and I have no other place where to go. At all. So clearly Volks, Rose, and Darky all know what I look like. We also took a nice good fun group photo, and we also had the VTuber photo one as well, which I will show you all later on once we get into the pictures. So finally get to meet up with Darky. We chill and chat for a little bit, and we start heading on out. Go over, get my bags, and we had to go up like 4 different flights of stairs. 4 to 5. I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's so freaking much. I was like, Also, what's going on, brother? How's it going, V? Let me get a shout out in the house for my brother, Vithros. What's going on, buddy? How you doing, brother? Just talking about the Germany trip. So you came in at a perfect time. I'm at the part where we just landed. I got my bags, and we are making our way through the airport. go up, get my USD currency switched all the way over to euros. So I had about $800 USD. That transferred over to about 640 euros, give or take, and some change. So I'm like, all right, cool. One, I had no idea that they had coins for 1 cent, 2 cent, 5 cent, 1 euro, 2 euro, all these freaking coins. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, I don't have enough places to put this into. Why are you guys so crazy with coins? So here I am chugging along down the way like I have a pair of Spurs on. I'm just laughing the entire time. I'm just like, oh my God, this is so much damn change. And the bills are huge. Like, unlike US currency, ours is a lot more like ornate, give or take. Like our $100 bills are like the most ornate and decorated thing ever. But all of our bills are the same size. No, not for the euros. Absolutely not. The bigger the value of them, the bigger the bill. Like, I was like, I have no idea. This does not fit in my wallet. I'm like, what the hell? This is crazy. And what's going on, Volks? Can we also get a shout out over to Volks as well, too? Just talking about going over through the airport. So perfect timing, Volks. So got the currency switched over. That was really cool. Got to see my first set of euros. That was awesome. And after that, we started heading down to the car park. Like, all right, cool. This should be easy, right? No, it was not easy. Boy, oh boy. I just want to go on the record that this time it was not my fault. This was not my fault. But we couldn't figure out where Darky had parked at. We went through both sides of the parking garage, up and down, couldn't find where he had parked at. After like 10, 15 minutes or so, he was like, wait, Nick, let's go down to the other end. So we walk across the parking garage. Sure enough, at the other side where the entrance and exit is at, there's the other side. And what do you know? We get down to the section where his car is parked at. I'm like, all right, sweet. We're doing this. So he shows off his new car that he got, and I'm just like, oh, this is sweet. It's a nice little Ford. And he's like, yeah, just go ahead, just put your bags inside there. And he was super kind. He said, I have soda, I had got Coca-Cola, and I also have waffles. And I was like, waffles? I need something to munch on because I am starving right now. I'm just like, please give me something to eat. So we cruise around inside the parking garage. All this time, Rose is telling us before I actually left that it would probably be about 30 minutes or so to get through airport and to get picked up. Well, in actuality, it took about roughly an hour and some change because got off the plane, got the bags, had to go through the border control, got my passport stamped. First passport stamp ever, by the way. So Germany is my first official out of country in my passport. And also had to go get my bags, find the parking, and then get the hell out of there. So needless to say, it took us a while. But here's where the fun part comes in. So this one I do take blame on. I take blame on this one. Oh, is slow mode on? Weird. I don't remember slow mode being on. Sorry about that. So we got that one fixed. So slow mode should be off. So that does not mean spam the hell out of me. I'm dyslexic. I can only read so much. Oh God, I know that this is going to happen. So we get in the car. We put the address inside Darky's car, and we're going to start heading all the way over to... We're free. I feel like I have just opened the floodgate to not only just possibilities, but for my chat to be flooding through. Oh my gosh. But for everyone that was inside the ad, welcome back. I was kind of stalling just a tiny bit talking about the parking garage situation over at the airport. So right now we are on our way heading out from said airport and making our way down over to the hotel. Yes, we are free. We are all free. We've been free from slow mode. Woo. Sorry about that. I had no idea. I didn't notice. Sorry about that. I guess I must have hit a button at one point in time. So this one I do take the blame on because I am the Scuffed Phantom and Darky's GPS was scuffing up. So here we go, heading out from the garage. Go all the way down, get the ticket validated, and we're out, right? Wrong. Start heading out from the airport, had to go make a left turn, and guess what? Since it's back down to the damn airport. So, like, all right, well, let's wiggle around, take this exit, go right. All right, we're out of the airport. Nope, missed our turn from the parking garage, so we got to go turn around again. Eventually, we get our way out. So finally, we're on the road. We're on the road to possibilities. And guess what? Tells us to make another turn. So we take the turn that we think we're supposed to take, and it recalculated. It recalculated right there on the spot. Darky as my witness, and I to him. The damn GPS updated and took us in the wrong direction. So we turned off, and it said, all right. Tells us to go left. So we go left, and it says make the first immediate right to get back onto the road. Okay. Oh, wait, we can't. Why is that? The freaking road is blocked off for construction. Well, that didn't work out too well now, did it? So we circle around again, and I put the address inside my phone. I'm like, you know what? We're just going to do it this way. So we go all the way down. His GPS is telling us to go here, there, and everywhere. And I'm like, just stay forward, dude. Just keep going straight. At the second light, make a left. Go all the way down to the end of the road. Make a left at the light. Back on the road. All right, cool. So we start heading down the road. And Darky's like, so, Nick, you want to experience what the Autobahn is like? And I'm like, hell yeah, I do. Fuck yeah. And so he's like, all right. And he said, do you see the placard on the side that's got the 3 black stripes? And I said, yeah. And he said that in Germany means no speed limit. It's not, there's no posted speed limit. And I said, oh, okay. So here we are dropping from, 5th, going back up to 6th. Tell me right now. Tell me. Say it. Say it right now in chat. Say it right now in chat. Say it. Say it right now. This is a Nick stream. This is 100% a Nick stream. Say it right now. Make my day. Say that this is a Nick stream because of all the amount of scuff. Please say it. Say this is a Nick stream. Oh my God. Yeah, things can never go simple as planned. Now, can they? No, apparently not. Apparently freaking not. There's always something going on every single time. There's always scuff to be. Can we, for one time, just have a good, normal stream? No, we can't. And you know why? Because this is my curse. This is what I have to shoulder with every single time. I have to shoulder this curse with me every time I go live. I can't, y'all. I can't. This is my curse forever. The Scuffed Phantom strikes again. What else can I say? What can I say? This is my thing. I own up to it. This is my scuff stream. And this is my circus. This is my madness. These are my monkeys. These are my spirits. And this is how you scuff things up. Did he end already? No. No wire. No, I'm just the normal Scuffed Phantom. Just scuff happens every single time. And damn the ads. I swear to God. Ugh. I cannot believe that. Also, Hero, welcome in. Hero. You came in at the most perfect time. Can we also get a shout out for Hero vibes real fast? Yeah, Phantom Scuff Alert. Yeah, if you didn't know I was streaming before at top of the hour, guess what? You sure as hell know I'm streaming now. So, nothing changed. But seriously, if anyone ever goes around saying I'm Nicholas Wraith and they don't have Scuff, they're a fucking liar. They're a fucking liar. I'm telling you this right now. But yes, so stream did crash. So that kind of sucked. But we are back up and rolling again. Just when you think everything was rolling good. My PC's not even used to this. It's like, Nick, what in the world are you doing? Pretty sure it's a trademark at this point. Oh, I'm doomed. Screwed, blued, and tattooed. Oh, goodness gracious. But welcome in, Hero. I hope you're doing well. And also, Wire, thank you very much for coming back in. Thank you for the lurk. Appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, that is pretty much me. That is pretty much me, Angel. Every single time. Just absolute scuff every single time. Hey there, Mikasa. Yeah, you know Daddy always has like the most scuffed streams. Yeah, he does. Because I'm always the most scuffed every single time. So now, where in the world was I at? Oh yes, Autobahn. So here we are, screaming down the road, doing 218 kilometers an hour. And I'm just like, yo, this is so awesome. This is like every American's dream to do it legally, at least. And so we're going down, having a good time, and we get cut off by like, you know, a couple of cars here and there. And it's like, such a buzzkill. And then we drop it down to 5th and go back up to 6th. And, you know, we're going like 105, 120 kilometers an hour. And then we start kicking it back up to 180. And then we kick all the way back up to doing 200 almost. And then finally we top off at 218 again. And that's the fastest that we went. But we did go faster. But that's for later on in the story. So here we are, making our way down to the hotel. And he looks at me and he's just like, hey, Nick, you messaged Rose that we're on our way, right? No, I thought you did. So none of us told Rose that we were on our way from the airport. So she's probably wondering, like, what the hell's going on? So it's like, well, let me see if I can try to message off from your phone real fast. Because, again, I have no data. Message her and say, hey, let you know we're almost down to the hotel. And she's like, okay, no worries. Me and hubby are almost there. So we planned it just about almost accordingly. It's like, all right, cool. We pull into the hotel. And to mind you, Darky has a little Ford. It's like the Ford Fiesta. A little bit smaller than the Ford Focus, right? His mirrors barely make it through going through the brick walls. I'm like, oh my God, this is so tight. Cannot believe that. So get all the way in, go park, and just at the moment when we do, Rose and Volks both show up. And it's like, all right, sweet. Heck yeah. So I'm exhausted. I'm wearing a suit. I got my tie completely like undone almost. My top couple of buttons undone. I get out and I'm like, fuck this fucking bullshit of Frankfurt and all this crap. Jesus Christ, this long ass drive. It was fun as hell. We got to speed as fast as we could, almost tacking out the gauge. Hi, how's it going? And then we get around and we just go and just, you know, kind of hug it out for a while. We take a nice big group photo in front of the hotel. And that is my lasting memory. So we go into the hotel room, get checked in, go up to the room, which, mind you, looked bigger online. Everything looked bigger online. Get to the room. I'm like, oh my God, this place is so cramped. This is so cramped. And also, Darky is going to be staying in the room with me because I didn't want to make it to where he had to drive all the way from his village down to where my hotel room was at and him have to like drive all the way back up. Like, it just didn't make sense. So we had already planned it out and said, hey, just stay with me in the room. No worries. We can just do that. Said, all right, cool. There was still a foot on each side. Yeah, well, there were feet on each side here and there. And also, I did prove that I do have feet. I do have legs. I do have arms. I'm not the legless phantom that everyone says that I am. I'm just letting you all know that right now. I do have arms. I do have legs. It is confirmed in the story. So we get up to the hotel room, get everything all sorted. And the first question is, Nick, you're in Germany. What's the first thing you want to do? And I honestly had no idea. I had no idea. I was like, you know what? Let's go looking around the town. Lies, Nick does not have legs. It's all propaganda. You shut your face. You shut your pie hole. Oh my God. I am not spreading rumors. I feel that I am getting gaslit right now. How could you all? I love you all so much. So it finally comes down to the point of like, let's just go wandering around a little bit. So we go down to the square, we go check it out, and it's like, all right, this is pretty neat. I'm getting the, 2-cent tour guide from Volks and Rose, and a little bit from Darky as well. They're helping me translate and all that. And it's like, you know what? Let's go over there and go find something to eat. I mean, yeah, that too. That too. Definitely want to go find the muscle mommies first. Actually, that is exactly what I said. Honestly, that is what I said. It's like, what do you want to do first? Let's go find some muscle mommies. Which, sadly, I was unable to find none. But that doesn't mean that they're not out there. However, a lot of the people that we kind of bumped into and randomly said and mentioned that, they said, yeah, here in Germany, maybe not as much. You're going to have to go east, far east. And I'm not talking far east like, China, Japan, and all that stuff. No, they meant in Russia. So I'm like, all right, well, need to go get my passport stamped in Russia. Need to go looking over there for big jacked muscle mommies who can bench press me like I am a freaking feather. And yeah, that was really how that all went. I've seen them with my own 2 dang colorful eyes. Wait. My legs? Okay, see? See? Truth right there. Prove me wrong. Truth is right there. And the pudding. Impossible. Nothing is impossible, my dear friend. Everything is possible if you put your mind to it. And if you're like me, a little bit of delusional here and there, but it is manifestation. It is manifestation that Silverboy will have his arms and legs, and just as much as Silverboy will have his muscle mommy. Okay, off my soapbox from that. One of the greatest experiences I did have in Germany was having spaghetti ice cream. That was very unique. And my German teacher told me, if you are in Germany, you need to try spaghetti ice. And I was like, all right, cool. So Rose and Volks take me down over to, like a little cafe. And here's all 4 of us. We're getting our desserts. And I'm like, I have no idea which one I want. I have no idea. And Rose is like, try this one. It's the classic. So I get strawberry spaghetti ice. Comes over and I try it. And I'm like, it's so good. It's so tasty. Oh, and the biggest thing is the sugar over there, like the syrup and everything else sugary, it is 100% way different than how it is over here in the States. It is so damn good. And it's so tasty. Pat Nick said, one day you'll find your buff, Mommy Nick. Yes, I will. One can hope and pray. So the spaghetti ice was an absolute success. I loved it so much. And whenever we were done, we walked around a little bit. So here we are, just kind of walking around, checking out a few other places, taking pictures of some statues. And I'm like, you know what? This looks super freaking amazing, which now I guess would be a perfect time for me to go ahead and pull up the actual photos. So if you are in my Discord, you will be able to see this. But if you're not in my Discord, this is going to be your very first time actually seeing all this stuff. So I'm actually going to skip past the point where it's all this other junk in between. But the ad break did just start. So let me stall for just a tiny bit more. So I guess I will start with the photos, starting from my bedroom, going all the way out into Germany. So now, everyone, feast your eyes on a very basic bedroom. Yeah, no, there's nothing there. That's the room. Just a simple old-style bed, neatly put together, and a couple of boxes. That's my room. There's nothing else about it. That is it. So, yeah. Bags all packed, ready to go. Here I am, all fancy, dressed up, waiting at the airport, ready to go. Leaving the United States for the very first time on my own. See, I told you I have legs. I told you. Seriously, operating a human avatar is so much harder than you think. Here we are. And this was actually the daybreak. So it was a overnight flight. It was a red-eye flight. So this was the break of the new morning. I believe we were... let me see. If I could quote Titanic, we were flying just south past the coast of Ireland, which I think this was like a super cloudy day, but there was Ireland out over there. And we got to see like a little bit of the UK and all that. So that was pretty neat. And this was taken right over Rotterdam. And just looking at this picture versus the one from in the US, like, look at that. Like in the US, you have like big cities, and all these other huge suburbs and all that. But whenever you see, you know, in different areas, especially in Europe, look, good cluster over there, open land. Little cluster over here, open land. Cluster over there, open land. Cluster over there, cluster over there. Look at all this open land. Look at that. You guys are doing something right. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, here's some more lovely photos. And that one, I don't know why, it just looked like it was like a face of some sort. Like you can kind of see like the head come down. There's the eyes, high cheekbones right here, and then a very pointy chin. I don't know why. I just thought that was cool. Anyway, don't mind me. But the spaghetti ice. This was the spaghetti ice cream. Seriously, y'all, it was so damn good. I've never had that before in my life. And if there was ever a reason to go back to Germany besides muscle mommies, this would be close second right here. Nice good statue that we saw along the way. It was really hard to see a lot of stuff on here because if you look very closely, it's super, super worn down. Even my German teacher wasn't able to make anything out, and Rose and Darky had a hard time too. But it just looked cool. It just looked cool. Nice, cool little area. The churches were amazing, though. The churches were beyond amazing. Nice, cool little walkway going upstairs. And yeah, beyond anything else, there was walking. Walking for days, walking for hours. I swear my calves got a workout. And I don't really know what kind of building this is. It just looks really, really pretty as well, too. This was another town that we went to go and check out. And this is probably like the favorite one of them all. This was the tea store. Oh, God. At this moment, I really wish Mabby Mads was here. I still complained about the walking. My legs are still sore. I understand you. My legs finally felt better after a while. Heck yeah, those photos were awesome, Nick. Thank you, Ali. Thank you. So that was all on the first day. And this is the famous group photo of all of us. Look at us. Look, see, there's Volks right there. There's Mama Rainbow. There's me. And there's Darky. Look at us. Look how cute we look. Look how cute we look. We look so adorable. Trying to pronounce that in my head, and I'm failing miserably. Depending what it is that you're trying to pronounce, I have no idea. I mean, are you talking about the about this one? I just call it tea shop because trying to say Spezialitaten Ingel. Yeah, no, I probably would shoot myself in the foot. God, that's so hard of a name. But the person inside there was so kind, and I brought back so much tea. I mean, it's only 3 little packets, but it was still nice. Specialties. Okay, there we go. Adorable. Yeah. How do you pronounce adorable? That's the thing. But yeah, so we did our famous little VTuber get-together photo. I really wanted to do that. The only people I did not do that one with was with Shea Bunny, Alien Cat Aes, 13, the anti-hero, and Vithros. Those were the only ones I was unable to do that with. Oh, and Yakubs as well too. And did I do it with Donut? I don't think I got Donut's one. I do have the one with oh, and I never got Yuki's either. But I never got any of those, but I did get Minerva Mythos. I did get the miniature. So when I went to go visit her, we did the little VTuber thing. And while I was in Germany, I was like, I must remember about this. And I did. So this is the following day. We went all the way over to Ramstein Air Base. That was a good little drive. And we got turned around by the roundabouts. So it was definitely a little interesting. We pull in up to one of the gates, and it's like, hey, my name is, Petty Officer so-and-so. We're looking for the visitor's office so we can get them checked in. And this poor gate guard, I swear, it must have been like his, new duty station or something like that. He's like, yeah, I really don't know. Go outside the gate and just follow the fence line and you'll find it. And it's like, all right, I guess. And we talked to the other guard over there. I think he's like a sergeant, and said, hey, excuse me, how do we get to the visitor's office? The other person just said, just follow the gate. That was it. And I was like, I have no idea where the hell we're going. He says, no worries, go all the way over here, take this second roundabout, and you'll start seeing the main gate. You'll see like 6 lanes worth of traffic. It's like, all right, cool. Go up there, miss the roundabout, still in German territory, make the turnaround again, finally inside U.S. territory. Go get checked in, head down over to the exchange and commissary. And while we were walking through, we found so many cool things. But Volks was going feral for this. It's like, suits of armor, I must have. And it was freaking phenomenal. The only problem is that they were closed, I guess. So I was like, damn it. So that kind of sucked. And then here's just like rows and rows of buttons. Like tons of buttons. Like, look at that. How many? That's absurd amount of buttons. Also, it was pointed out that inside some of the marbles, I think that there was something that was inside there that was not right. Like, there was one pin over here that was like DC, and it's just like, that's not Marvel. That's DC. I forgot which one it was, but it's somewhere in there. But yeah, there were like just rows and rows of pins. Pillage, ravage, drinking from the horn, drinking the blood of my enemies. All that good stuff in between. Yeah, whatever those strange letters are. Yeah, whatever in the world those strange letters are, I have no idea. They're just like odd little things here and there. There's just nothing at all. I know, Mikasa, I hear you. You're fine. I just fed you. I know you love my drinking mead horn. Fucking right I do. When you showed me that shit, I was like, oh, that's fucking peak. I love that shit. Like, all right, so you people have no understanding of the kind of cool shit he's got. He's got some cool shit. I was like, yes, let me see this. Let me see all of this. So I got to have the 2-cent tour as well. It was awesome. Little anime story stopped into. Darky got a couple of collectibles. Right, Darky? And I hope those collectibles made it back in one piece as well, too. Honestly, Darky is a very cultured man. I can tell you that. Meow. Rose won't let me get a battle axe, though. Why not? I thought you said that you had some money left over from the trip, right? Nick, no word. No word on what? No word on what? Yeah, because it'll bankrupt me. Nah, it won't bankrupt you. Much. But that's beyond the point. The point is, you make each other happy. And by the way, I was over there for Rose's birthday as well, too. So I got to see one of her gifts that she got to open up. She got some weights. She got a weight set. She is going to be the real buff muscle mommy Rainbow Rose. She is. Like, for real. She's going to be pumping out, like, fucking 4 plates each side. She's going to be jacked. Oh, this is my favorite photo. And even though it's just pretty simple, it's just bread. But this isn't just any kind of bread. This is fresh made bread from Germany. German bread. It's so good. It was so delicious. I think while I was there, I tried 3 or 4 different types of bread. It was so good. Worthy sacrifice? Yeah. Worthy sacrifice indeed. Yeah, now, good village people. Worthy sacrifices needed. But yeah, it was very delicious. I cannot remember the bread that I had before, but the only thing I'd say is that it was super, super delicious. And everyone was right. It really is more delicious when it's fresh. Germany, breads of all sorts. Yeah, 3,000 variety of bread. Folks, spirits, y'all, you have no idea. 3,000 different species of bread, practically. I would not be able to eat them all while I was there. I barely had enough to even make a dent. Like, it was like the tip of the iceberg. But seriously, the bread was good. I'm a beginner. I've only been lifting for 3 days, about 2 kilograms in each hand. Hell yeah. See, she's going to be ripped. She's going to be ripped this time next year. Around her birthday, she's going to be jacked. Going to be so proud of you. And this was just a little bit more architecture I saw. For me, if I visit someone, I love spending time with them. And then after that, I love seeing the architecture. The architecture is just amazing. Also, this was peak. This is peak as well. I just could not pass up doing a quick edit on this one, and it came out so good. I literally did this in like 10 minutes, and I was like, I gotta have this. We didn't even take you to the Barbosa, which is known for their breads. I must go back again. I must go to this Barbosa's place. Is it Captain Barbosa? Just kidding. But no, seriously, I need to go out there next time with y'all. That would be awesome. But this was actually taken at the Devil's Table, which I forgot the true name of it. But there should be a few pictures down here. Yes, so this was the pathway that we were walking up, I believe. Don't ask me to translate because, yeah, fat chance. See, like, they have it inside German and French. Oh, wait, hold on, never mind. There it is down there in English. Never mind. Like I said, here, 2 sentient plots have been designated as habitats for rare animals and plant species. And that's all I'm going to read because I'm dyslexic, and this is too small of a print, and I'm overwhelmed. But yes, we did go over there to an area to go hiking up to the Devil's Table. It was so nice. Nick, it wasn't even 10 minutes. Hey, but still, it was fun, though. It was so fun. Volk sent us cake for real. Got cake, and I don't even know how I felt in that pic. Fair. Didn't see anything? Oh, gosh. You did see this credit card being swiped for a life-size battle axe, though, right? But yeah, just a little bit of just pretty flowers I just saw along the way. The area that we stopped in. I mean, seriously, look at the forestry. Look at the foliage. Something like this, without that building, I would love to paint something like this one day. It would just be so freaking fun. I mean, just look at that. Look how beautiful and green that is. Oh, could stay there and just paint forever. And just a cute little fat butt bumblebee. If anyone likes that. I don't know. I just like taking pictures here and there. Either if it's perfect or not, it's just fun. This one, a couple of people in Discord said that they really liked. I mean, it just looks, I don't know, just sort of kind of like a passageway almost. It's really cute. And the sidewalks in Germany, not really sidewalks. Yeah, that is true. Sidewalks are not sidewalks. They are sidewalks and parking spaces. And there's like a parking meter like every block and a half. I kid you not. If not 2 on every block. Like it is wild. But here's the moneymaker. This is the Devil's Table that we went to go and see. Somehow it is perpetually balanced on these pieces of sandstone. Look at that. That is so crazy cool, isn't it? I've never seen anything like that. So seeing a structure like that just really had me in just awe. Oh, and a cute little bouquet I made. Come on, look at that. Just don't look at my fingers. Just don't look at the fingers. The fingers are terrible. Just look at the flowers. Right there. Yeah. Anyway, cute little flower bouquet. I like doing stuff like that. Oh, and the roundabout. So many roundabouts. All right, that's one thing. Everywhere in Europe, so many roundabouts. Here in the States, no, we prefer straight and hard lines so we can make car crashes and accidents and all that stuff. That's a big difference. That is the major big difference right there. But it really is a fascinating experience more than anything else. That is for sure. Oh, and looks like the delivery is here as well too, which is going to be perfect because we're going to be coming up to just an hour. We probably will be taking just a 5-minute break here once those movers start coming in. There's a new couch that's coming in, so they came in at the perfect time whenever I had to stream. Wouldn't want to have it any other way now, would we? Yep. Nice, good walking area. Or driving area. I think this is where we hit 220 kilometers an hour, which was the fastest that Darky's car could go as well too. And give me 1 minute. We're actually going to do that break right now. The couch finally shall be here. Yeah, no worries at all, Ali. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate that. Go ahead and do what you need to do. Okay, sorry about that, everyone. So we are back. Sorry about that again. The new couch is finally in. It actually looks really good. It really does look good. So every single time, they always come in at the perfect moment. Anyway, just to catch up on chat real fast. Definitely hope the rearranging goes okay, Volks. I remember Rose did tell me that she did get the treadmill in. So that's definitely going to be pretty fun to kind of rearrange everything here and there. Well, semi-fun. I like rearranging stuff. I don't know if you're like the same way or not. Also, Ali, once again, thank you very much for popping in. I appreciate it. I hope you do have a great rest of your day. And Spirits, again, we are back. Sorry about that extended intermission of 10 minutes, but thank you very much for bearing with me. Also, Hushy, how's it going? What's going on? How you doing? How's your streams been going, by the way? Tell me, what's good? What's good? So this is where we were all just kind of just driving through the semi-countryside. Saw a couple of more buildings here and there. And then I think, oh, this is the one where we went to Trier. This is the one where we went to Trier, Germany. Desks are all set up. Computers are good to go. Now time to create a more open walkway by yeeting the cat tree. Yeet. And it's out. So this is when we went down over to Trier inside Germany. And this is a massive cathedral. And it just looks beautiful on the inside. I mean, just look at the architecture. Seriously, just look at the architecture. It's just beautiful. Like, you just don't see that anywhere. Seriously, the roof that looks like a bell tower almost. It's beautiful. So this was the Constantine Basilica, if I pronounced that correctly. Yep, Constantine Basilica. You can show a pic of me and that statue bust in the cathedral if you wanted, Nick. I actually don't have that posted anywhere. I went back to re-scrub through the photos again, and I took any of the pictures that had a glimpse of what our faces looked like out. So if anyone noticed, I guess you really had a keen eye. And if you didn't notice, well, sorry. It's no longer in the Discord anymore. Or anywhere for that matter. But, I mean, if you want to, shoot it to you in private. I mean, sure, if you would like to, that is totally up to you if you want me to show it. I will totally do that. But this was a nice placard that was on the side where the candles were at. And I think it pretty much was light this candle, either if you have a prayer for yourself or for someone, and just keep the candle lit. And it goes on this little thing right here. You can see a few people already lit a couple of candles. So that was kind of nice. The wonderful pipes of the organ in the back. Look at that. Y'all have no idea how massive this place was. All right, so if you're standing like straight up, I'm 5'8". I would probably come up to about right there. I don't know if you can see my mouse, but I would probably stand about that, maybe about that tall. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about maybe 7 to 8 of me tall. That's incredible. These pipes were just phenomenal. Yo, a wild Nicholas. Yes, there is a wild Nicholas. Can we get a shout out for Zest Vice real fast? How you doing? What is up, Zest? How are you doing? How's your streams been? Sent? All right, Roger Dodger. So inside there's, oh, perfect. Well, here's the pictures of the busts. So this was Johannes. Let's see, it says Marmor 1887 by Professor Gustav Kaupert in Frankfurt. So this was the person that made the bust. And I don't know why. I think I thought I heard something. I think I'm losing my mind. I'm not too sure. I thought I heard a bell. I don't know. Maybe I'm losing my mind. But this was one of the busts. Here's another one of, this one is Marcus. He's a very serious looking fellow. Must be contemplating about something. Oh, Jesus Christ. Actually, yeah, that is Jesus Christ. Which, the photo I will show you here in a minute. Just remember this. This one is Lucas. I think he probably dropped something. I don't know what he dropped, but it was something. Here's a better angle of him so you can kind of see. He's got a big old nose. This one is Mathis. Seems he's kind of like me. He's only half there. And then this was the placard that was inside there as well too. I'm assuming it talks about the cathedral, the church. Maybe if I open my eyes and read it in English. Let's see. I'm doing okay. Streams have been good. Slowly getting closer to my goals, but I missed you, man. Hey, I'm glad that you're getting closer and closer to your goals. That makes me super happy. I have to stop in and see what's going on inside your streams. It's been too long. But thanks for popping on by. Feel free to keep chatting it up, or if you just kind of want to have me in the background, we're just going over my German trip right now and telling the experiences. So let's see. This one is not too bunched up, so I might be able to read this one out. So the heads of the statues are all that remains. Gustav Kaupert created the heads and the larger-than-life statues in 1880. Christ, his right hand raised in blessing, filling the adequate niche directly behind the altar, accompanied by the statues of the evangelists Matthew and Mark. In 1887, the Frankfurt art professor added statues of Luke and John, and all of them were easily recognizable by their attributes customary to art history. The angel for Matthew, the lion for Mark, and the steer for Luke, and the eagle for John. 1900, let's see, completed the set of statues. Monumental late neoclassic statues. At anytime I hear late neoclassical, I always think of Beauty and the Beast when Cogsworth is going through the area. Just another example of the late neo-classical Baroque period. And as I always say, if it's not Baroque, don't fix it. Anyway, let's see. In 53, during the restoration work, the statues lay on the floor, broken into pieces. The stones that remained of the bodies were to land and the building rubble. Statues became a symbol for the disdain of the post-war era of the art of the 19th century. The new basilica was to be strictly purged of the artistic new creation in the 19th century. In 2001, the heads were finally restored, 150th anniversary dedication, and in 2006, they are exhibited as an embolic remembrance of the first church that sank to ashes in 44. That is actually really interesting. That is kind of damn cool. And here's the front view of what it looks like. It's just, I don't know the words for it. It's just breathtaking, honestly. A little mysterious, but definitely powerful at the same time. Like, you have all that open space, and you have one altar right up here. I mean, just look at that. Look at the masonry inside there. It's just phenomenal. It honest to goodness really is. Here's a back view. There's another set of organ pipes over here too. I think they probably retrofitted this one, because if you look very closely where that cutout is at, it matches the window shapes as well too. So that had to have been put in afterward. So here's the picture that Volks was talking about. If you're still here, Volks, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it right now. All right. So you remember this statue? Good old Jesus right here. Well, here he is. He has risen again. The appearance is uncanny, isn't it? Giver. Giver of what? Give. Giving us a good time. He is the giver of charity, the giver of the wine, the giver of good times. Yeah, he has risen with the 2 Z's, that's for sure. He's got the Riz, he's got the Rizzle Dizzle. Let's see. This was outside. Look at this. Look at that palace. It just looks amazing. Twins? I know, right? Like, seriously, the appearance was so uncanny. Look at that. Incredible, isn't it? I look like nothing over there, though. That's the problem. I look like nothing. I look like the little half phantom that I had. Let's see. That's where I was at. The outside of the palace. And if you look very carefully, it is attached to the church itself. It is attached to the church itself. Isn't that incredible? I mean, just look at the decoration. Gold paint, which I think Volk said that it was a little too overdone in the gold, but it just looks great. Caroline married to a ghetto Jesus that could also double as a wish version of Keanu Reeves. Oh, fuck me. That's a wish version of Keanu Reeves. Can't get it off from Amazon. Close enough. Oh my God. That's like trying to do like a Make-A-Wish Foundation and you want Michael Jordan and then you get Michael B. Jordan, which apparently are 2 different people according to Looney Tune Back in Action. But, you know, that's just the information I know. But look at that. That palace is just amazing. A couple of statues we saw are over here. I'm not going to say what Volk said that it looks like it's portraying, but we're going to move on to the next one. This one looks like it was probably maybe the gardener. Oh, yeah, gardener. Yep. So the gardener of the area. I mean, look at that. To have the statue of the gardener inside your garden, that's amazing. Dies. I get you on that, man. I get you on that. No worries. Oh, look at this. This is a really nice big open land area. That is just, oh, it's amazing. Which I got a better picture of that on the next set as well too. And these ducks were so much larger than the ones I've seen here back at home too. I don't know what kind of breed they are, but they just look nice. I mean, look at the feathers on them. Nice, good beige like color, darker chestnut brown, a little bit of white over there, with the darker greens going into blue almost. I mean, gosh, I mean, look at them legs. Some legs right there. But this was the entire water walkway, so to say, inside the garden. And as you can see, there are like statues all around the place, and some random guy who was drinking alcohol in broad daylight and smoking weed. And maybe drugs. I'm not too sure. But look at this. This is a good picture of the palace. Look at that. That just looks amazing. The only thing that sets me off is that it's not perfectly centered. The main grand entrance is to the far left of the palace itself. That just sets me off. Like, couldn't you have just made it symmetrical where it's even in the center, please? My brain can't process that. It's too much. It's too much. But let's see. This one is, hey Asana, how's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. Long time no see. So this one is the Kaiser Constantine. And it's incredible how good condition they keep all these statues, unless if these are like reproductions. Really tired? How's you? I'm doing well. I am just going over my Germany trip I did this past week. So you caught us right on day number 3, I believe, day number 4, when we get to go over to Trier, Germany, and get to go check out the Electoral Palace. This one is the Kaiserin Helena, the wife. And this one is one of the songs. Let's see. Pippin. 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 That's all I'm going to say. Feel like we're going to go on an adventure. This one, it was something the large. Oh, Carl. It was Carl. Carl de Grosse. Carl the Big. I think they said he was like 5'8" or something like that, which apparently was tall back then. It was either 5'7" or 5'8". Now 5'8" is short, according. I am buffering, or are you buffering? I don't know. Good question. Is anyone else having problems right now with stream? If you are, please feel free to let me know so I can make any adjustments as needed. And if it is on your side, go ahead and try refreshing the browser. If that doesn't work, try opening up a different browser and see if that may help. If that still doesn't work, close out any other programs. Welp something. Oh no. Don't worry, I'm sure I killed Chrome. Chrome must die. Death to the Chrome. And then this one, it had no name on it, but it almost kind of looks like the Kaiser, almost. But look, it's like his head and his beard are much longer than like his legs. Like, I don't know. It kind of reminds me of Lord Farquaad a little bit. But there's no name on it. There's no name on the placard. So I don't know who that was. This one is Moses, and he holds the tablet. Which I said my best funny joke. I said, technically, Moses was the first one with a tablet to download from the cloud. Come on, that's funny. That's funny. Ah, here it is. Here's the other picture of the garden. Same area near the palace. Same area near the palace. And honestly, this is just so manicured. Look at that. It almost kind of makes you think that little fairies come inside here and they just kind of walk around and get lost. Something like that. Hey, Astra, how you doing? Hey, y'all, how we doing? I'm doing pretty good. Just chilling, going over my trip about Germany and all that stuff that I took last week. So we're just over here just chilling and chatting and chilling. Run Opera would be less intensive on your computer. Yes, Opera does work pretty well. For anyone that's having PC problems and stuff like that and having your CPU being eaten alive, definitely use Opera. It's a lot less demanding, that's for sure. I, however, run Chrome because one, I hate myself, and two, I might be a masochist. Anyway, the cherubs that were around the garden as well too. This one matches me because no arms, so I felt like I wasn't alone over there. A cherub with no arms. This one apparently was just, I don't know, I guess they were still practicing, I guess. This one was like, hey, check out my sick horn, bro. And it starts playing like a few notes. This one's just like, oh God, stop it. You sound terrible. Ah, my ears are bleeding. Only stone could bleed. Indeed, those were some beautiful photos. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Yes, I did enjoy myself, but I agree with everyone that told me this, that my stay there was not long enough. My stay was not long enough. Like, if I could, I should have stayed at least 2 weeks to a month to have experienced almost everything, or at least close to almost everything. Because there was only so much that we got done through the day, and the nighttime it was pretty calm at night. We didn't do too much stuff except for maybe getting something to eat for dinner, and sometimes it was going out and just chilling around, either at a house or chilling back at the hotel room. It just kind of depends. But this day was really fun filled. Just, oh, here's another picture of the garden. But yeah, that is the full area of the garden. Look at that. That's like most people's backyards times 3 and more well maintained. And I took a picture of this because the walkway just looks so nice. Like, you can just see the arches that are cut out inside the actual shrubs. I just thought that was just pretty damn cool. Yeah, pack your bags, boy. Yep, I'm gonna have to pack my bags. Next time you're out here, you're living here. Rose and I won't let you go. Oh gosh. Well, looks like it's predetermined. Looks like next time I go to Germany, I'm staying there. Well, guess I'm flying into Italy then. They're going to be like, you bastard, you can't do that to us. But inside this picture, you can see the nice full view of the palace, nice grounds that are manicured, and the cathedral in the back as well too. It was just breathtaking. I think this was one of the best photos I had. Germany equals closer to most mommies to the east. You son of a gun. You make a very valid argument. You make a very valid argument. Day tripping it is then. Day tripping it is. So here's the walkway that we took going out from the palace. The museum is actually on the right-hand side. And my German teacher was telling me that when she was growing up, she would used to walk to this area where the palace was at because her school was not too far away and her house was close too. And this all used to be like a large wall where the guards would go up to. And she said before there used to be stairs over here. And I don't know if I took a picture of the stairs, but there were, I think, 1 or 2 that remained from the original part of it. But that was all. That was it. But it was really cool, though. I feel that I took a trip to the U.S. for a weekend for a con, so I wish I could have stayed there longer, but I had a college to return for. When did you come to the States? And he did it for a weekend, just a casual weekend trip for a con. Oh, my God. I wish I could do something like that, just going to Germany. It's like, what are you doing here this weekend? Oh, I'm just going to go visit. I'm going to head back to my own country. What? That's wild as hell. Do you think handstands will help my headache? Um, so I've heard if you take your index and finger and your thumb and you get kind of like right there in that little soft area of your opposite hand where your thumb and your pointer finger is at. A couple of my friends said if you do that and you squeeze a little bit, like put some pressure on it, it's supposed to relieve the headaches. I'm not too sure how well that works, mainly because I drink Advil like it's water. Yeah, also water will also help too. Probably not. A few weeks ago. A few weeks ago, which con did you go to? Was it the Twitch con or was it like a different con or something like that? Not now. I have to know. Now I have to know, Astra. Off to bed then. I gotcha. Well, I hope your headaches start subsiding a tiny bit, and I hope you start feeling better. But thank you very much for popping in for a little bit. Definitely drink a lot of water. Take a little bit of Advil or Tylenol or anything like that, and kind of try to relax a tiny bit. And I hope the headache goes away after a while, after a nice, good long nap. I shall skip working out, maybe. Just don't skip leg day. Just don't skip leg day, okay? Ooh, I was freaking out for a second. I thought my stream was about to go bye-bye. I lagged for a second. I was like, no. But everything's fine. Everything shows up fine, so I don't know. Let's see. 'Twas the furry convention. Oh, okay. Did you take any photos? If you did, you totally had to post them up inside random photos. Come on, you got us. And this was right outside of the palace. So Volks was saying that this probably may have been like an area where they trained at.